Mr. Madan Lal for his view on what's playing out right now in Dubai. With just hours to go for that match, Mr. Madan Lal, doesn't look like it's happening because now Pakistan and the team remains put in that particular hotel. They're not stepping out. The PCB seems to have made it clear that Pakistan will not be participating in that UAE match. What do you think this really means as far as Pakistan's cricketing decision is concerned, what this means in the Asia Cup for them and overall really for cricketing?
I think Pakistan making a big mistake and not playing this game, And I just heard that their bus is still standing, and they have told the PCB, people that they're not going to play. But like, end of the day, who's going to lose it? The Pakistan is going to lose it. It's the best way to forget about all this politics or controversy and go to the ground, try to win the game, and try to play good cricket. So the people remember you. Even back home, leaving the game is not going to solve problem. It's going to create more problem. So like they have to think right. Like small thing which they are doing it. It's not right for the sports. They are already not doing anything. They're not playing well, and the cricket is going down the drain. So if they don't play, I think it's their loss. But this is my only advice to them is go and play, win the game, wait for the next match to come.
My colleague Nikhil is also with us on this broadcast. Nikhil, would you like to also ask a question to Mr. Madan Lal?
Madan sir, firstly, for Pakistan to take this step, what can happen in the future? Can Pakistan stand isolated in world cricket?
Yeah, definitely. I think when, if ACC can take action, they're not playing, hijacking the tournament because it's a big tournament in Asia. But if they don't play, they can take action, whatever action they decide, then they will be isolated. But Pakistan doesn't understand. Playing cricket is only going to solve the problem. You will going to lose the money, you're going to lose the cricket, and you're going to lose everything, and you will be isolated, and you're not doing well. For the past couple of seasons, a couple of years. So better to go and play. Let the players play the game. They should be play. And small things, not shaking hand, not boycotting the match, or all these things is irrelevant. I believe in sports.
Madan sir, I wonder whether this you talk about they're not really matching up in terms of performance. I wonder whether this is all strategically planned by Pakistan because this is one other way of ensuring you don't play against India and get another hammering.
That's Pakistan, the board, PCB is the biggest culprit. How can they guide the players? How can they advise the player not to play? That I think that the board is also ruled by the people who doesn't know anything ABC of cricket. Look at for the last so many years, so much controversy against PCB board, and they're changing the coaches, the selectors, and everyone. They're criticizing their own team a lot, but it's not that they're going to improve their own game. The best way, I told you before, that go and play and win the game.
Okay, Mr. Madan Lal, thank you very much for joining us with your view on what's really playing out with regards to Pakistan. They still hold up in their hotel. That's the bus there waiting for them. They didn't turn up and looks unlikely that they are going to turn up because we're hearing that there will be an emergency press conference in Pakistan. And it seems the PCB has taken a decision that the team will not be a part of the match against UAE, which is actually slated to happen in just about 90 minutes from now. Nikhil, for the last many days, there's been talk that Pakistan could just go ahead and boycott the Asia Cup. Why has the decision been taken so close to the match with UAE? What really has changed that the PCB has taken this decision now?
That's a very interesting question, Akshita, and I promise I'll offer you a very interesting take on that. I'll tell you what has happened. See, that's because PCB's stance has changed, and I'll give you the reason why that's also happened. Remember, PCB started by having an issue with Andy Pycroft, and that too only on the issue of not letting them know well in advance that a handshake will not happen at the toss. That was their first concern that they raised. They wanted Andy Pycroft out. when they realized that the ICC wasn't budging, and they also realized that ICC was well within their rights not to fire a match referee because he had followed the rules, they probably agreed on a compromise formula, as I just mentioned to you, that they might be able to shuffle the match referee. So PCB thought as soon as the shuffling of the match referee will happen, they will have a face-saving exercise where they can go back and say that, listen, we stood up to India. But what happened in the last 12 odd hours, I'll let you know, is that there was so much pressure from the Pakistan media on the PCB that the Pakistan media pointing out that the PCB has gone for a low-hanging fruit. They were actually criticizing the Pakistan Cricket Board for going for a low-hanging fruit like Andy Pycroft. The Pakistan media questioned PCB saying, listen, if you had an issue, you should be asking for an apology or raise the issue about Surya Kumar Yadav bringing in a political issue in an official press conference. Why isn't PCB doing that? And PCB, quite honestly, was avoiding that. It's only after the pressure that they got from their media, which they started highlighting this. I am told that there was a high-level meeting that happened in Pakistan, a political meeting, where even someone like the Prime Minister may have been involved. And remember, the head of PCB is also the Interior Minister, and there were many questions asked from him that why is it that we're looking so weak? Why is it that you've asked for the issue at hand, asked for an apology or some sort of a sanction for the Indian captain? Why are you going after the match referee? That makes Pakistan look very weak. So what has happened in the last few hours from a situation, as I had reported last night, where PCB had made up their mind that the match will go ahead. The Pakistani players, I can confirm 100%, they were told that you are playing the match. All of that was done. It's only after the pressure from their government on the PCB that, listen, we need to be seen to be acting sternly against what happened, that they started to bargain for a little bit more. There was an emergency meeting with the ICC that happened, and they expected an immediate solution, which ICC was not ready to offer at the moment. Looking at it from Pakistan's point of view, if they had any more issues to deal with, if they had more grievances, they should have waited for that thing to reach its logical conclusion. That may have taken a few days. But what they've done right now, acted in haste, decided to pull out of this particular match, but they do not know the repercussions of that, and that will only take Pakistan cricket further down into the abyss.
You know, there's a clear established procedure to follow. Boycotts do nothing. Let's be very clear. It doesn't, achieve anything whatsoever. And so for Pakistan to do this, they're shooting themselves in the foot. What they're doing is taking themselves steps back as far as their cricketing, as far as their game is concerned, as far as the Pakistan Cricket Board is concerned. So for them to have taken this decision in haste, perhaps under pressure, is absolutely bizarre, because they are the ones who are going to hurt the most with this kind of a decision. And Nikhil, if they choose to sit out this particular game, they're out of the Asia Cup. It's effectively a boycott of the Asia Cup because they stand no chance beyond this.
Let me add on to that, Akshita. Not only are they out of the Asia Cup, whether it is on disciplinary grounds, that's also a valid reason. They will be out of the Asia Cup, of course, because 2 points will be given to UAE. So they anyway cannot qualify for the next round. This would have been the last game. So anyway you look at it, they would have been out of the Asia Cup. This is something that they knew. But more importantly, this is not going to end here. Remember, they've taken on the might of the International Cricket Council. While Asia Cup may just be one tournament that comes under the aegis of the Asian Cricket Council, if they have to be participating internationally, they have to play every tournament that is certified or comes under the umbrella of the International Cricket Council. Right now, they've defied the International Cricket Council, and nothing will stop International Cricket Council to take further steps against Pakistan when it comes to international tournament. If you look at it from India's point of view, Akshita, I'll tell you, two things you need to look at. That is exactly why I was arguing when India was playing Pakistan, and many said that, listen, we should sit this out. I was of the view that why should India isolate themselves because of a rogue country? Why should India sit out and not participate in an international tournament?
And so we went ahead and played. We did the right thing. Pakistan is now boycotting.